Hey, Michaela. Hey, welcome in the house. Yeah, we're serious now. No more potato shenanigans. I put on my serious face, take off my potato face. All right, 1 second. Sorry, I gotta share my disco, and then we will get started. I'm so excited. Who is ready for chapter 4 in the how to color in the how to coloring book? I'm sorry, I'm still getting some stuff ready. I'm almost ready. I'm excited to color with you guys though. For real, after I've just been a potato. I'm a potato. Okay, 1 second. No problem, Carla. I'll make sure to upload it as soon as possible. I hope you have a great time. I hope you has a great time with cheer. Ooh, what kind of slime did you make? Sorry, give me 1 second. Oh Lord, I'm looking for this. Here we go. Okay. We're gonna do ooh, that's cute. We're doing this butterfly, and it only suggested 2 colors, but I'm doing 3. I think 3 is gonna be great for this blend because it says 2, but it kind of shows 3 different shades unless like maybe you blended those 2 together. I don't know. So this is the 3 that we're going to do. So I'm going to show you guys and then I'm going to write them down. But I'm going to go with the robin egg blue for the lighter shade, the cotton candy blue for the middle shade, and the Tahitian blue for the darker shade. Thank you. I'm so excited. I think it's going to be really pretty. And then also, so we get 2 butterflies down here. So I was also wanting to do kind of an orange one, kind of thinking like monarch type style, but not like a bright orange. So I picked these 3 out too if you want to follow along with that. Hey, Franny B. So I'm doing cantaloupe, pale coral, and papaya. Potato. Ooh, is there potato stickers? Throw some potato stickers in there. If you know, you know. Thank you, Franny B. All right, so we're going to start with step 1. If you're new here, hi. No problem, Michaela. I am working in the How to Color Guided Tutorial book every Monday and Thursday. We're just now starting a new chapter. So it works in chapters. We're starting chapter 4. It's going to have a butterfly, clouds, a dreamy sky, tulips, and moon and planets. Oh, I love Franny B. So we're starting with butterfly. Don't forget, if you are following along, you need your page protector. Mom has just about had it. Thank you, Fran, for the pops. So we're going to write down these blues real quick. I'm really excited for this chapter because there's some very pretty pictures in it. So I'm excited. Hey, Petra, how are you doing? Troy on the house. Thank you, Troy. How are you, Troy? Oh, accidentally I'm doing these backwards. Sorry, I put cotton candy blue first. I'm so sorry. And then the robin egg blue. Amber on the... I'm doing good. It's good to see you. That Amber, it's okay, girl. It's okay. I'm just writing down our numbers, getting us all ready to do this butterfly. So cotton candy, B08. Robin egg, B05. She ain't, B09. All right, so step 1. Fill the wings in with color so that the center is lighter and the outer edges are darker. So it only has 2 colors. We're using 3. We're going to start in the center with the lighter shade and work our ways out. And just to help make the color be more cohesive, and I'm going to go ahead and work in all the areas together. Usually, I try to stay in one area at a time within the black lines, but if I do that, you're going to have a harder time making sure all the colors line up and, all of that. So, Troy leveling up in the fan club. Whoop, whoop. Oh, I just deleted that. Hey, Elle. All right. So we're going to take, and the easiest thing that I suggest when you're having to do some blending and stuff is use your marker Parker. Yes. Avocado nails for my fiesta potato party. Please tell me you saw some of that. And it just helps getting your markers in and out so easy when you're having a blend, because you're going to start with 2 at a time. And so what I do is I go ahead and pop them open, and that way I can easily move them in and out and not drop them everywhere. So we got our marker Parker set up, and we're going to color this in. We're going to start with a robin egg blue. Now, when you're doing a wet on wet blend, which is what we're about to do, you want to make sure that you work quickly to keep it from drying before you blend. If it dries before you blend, you're going to get some very weird, like lines in it. So if you ever notice having some lines in your blending or areas that are dry, it's probably because you've waited too long to blend. So now I'm going to move while it's still wet quickly in with this cotton candy blue and overlap just a little bit. Overlap just a little bit. Go back in with that robin egg to kind of blend that out some more. All right, go back. I'm going to add some more here. This we're going to go all the way till we're almost to the edges of those wings. All right, now down here, you're already to the edge of the wing, so I would go ahead and grab that Tahitian. Hey, Bex. And overlap that. Overlap that. Go back in with that middle shade. I would say the 2 best tips for a good blend is 1, having colors, having a good enough color range. If it's going to be much harder to blend colors that are further apart in shades. So having a light, medium, and dark shade close in range. And then working quickly. Because like I said, you're going to get and have a harder time blending if you wait for it to dry. And actually, I'm going to go back in with just this a little bit because I should have brought that up a little bit more, but it's okay. I guess we'll get another chance down here. Okay, so we're going to want to mirror this on that side, starting with that light blue again, medium blue, and dark blue. Bye, Michaela. Bex, hello. Thank you for the Go Populars. We're starting chapter 4 tonight in this how-to color guided tutorial book. Bye. See you later, Michaela. Thank you for popping in. All right, so we're going to start back over with the U2, that robin egg blue. right here in the center. This chapter is just really, really pretty. I'm so excited to be starting it. Hi, Christina. Thank you for the heart me. All right, when you are blending, you want to go a little further than what you need because you're going to come back in. We're going to go in with cotton candy and go over just a smidge. Hey, Barbara. Barbara in the house. Go back over with that robin egg to blend it in. Thank you so much for the heart me's. Okay, and now this one's kind of getting close to that dark, to that edge. So we're going to go ahead and pick up our darker marker from our Parker. And, oh, thank you, Barbara, so much for the pot of gold. Hello. That is awesome. I love these St. Patrick Day gifts. They're so cute. Oh, look, and I done forgot. I got distracted. I done forgot to come over here, so we might have a line, but oh well. You'll see what I'm talking about. And you can get a little wiggle wobble with that. Oops, and I had the wrong. Go back in with that robin egg blue. Thank you, Bex, for the cheers. And Barbara, I'm gonna get you a sticker, okay? Give me just 1 second. Going in with that cotton candy. Sorry, the sticker done got me distracted. I just love that one. It's so cute. Okay, so we're gonna put robin egg down, pick up Tahitian, go over just a little bit. Ooh, that's exciting. Congratulations on him getting a new vehicle. Okay, let me write Barbara down for that pot of gold. Get her a sticker. Let's see, I think we got some space up there. Oh, that's okay. All right, Barbara, we got this big Squishmallow sticker for that big old pot of gold. Thank you so much. Ooh, we're gonna have to get a new page because it's not gonna fit there. And I think we're gonna do green glitter pin. Thank you, Barbara. Alrighty, so we have this beautiful butterfly going on here. And we're going to do our next step. It says color the butterfly's body black and also darken the tips of the wings with black. Now, you know, a lot of times I don't use a true black. I use the, this is what I use for the black, BGY35, just because a lot of times, no problem, girl, be safe. A lot of times the black, it will come off darker than the lines and it looks weird. And oh, we've got a flash goal of donuts. So I like to use this shade, BGY35, and to me it just makes it look a little more natural and not too dark, because then you'll see light. It's just weird. So we're gonna color the body. Now, there is some shading you could do with this, but we're just keeping it really simple, just following what the book says tonight. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Tristan with Moo Moos and Markers. I work in a in this how-to guided tutorial book every Monday and Thursday live. And I also do other live coloring daily. And I walk you through these steps and kind of answer any questions you have. And then we also have a good time most of the time. I don't know why I said most of the time. Because I'm thinking about... I'm thinking most of the time, like when we have these really crazy, funny, goofy conversations. It's always a good time, but I mean, sometimes it gets a little cray-cray up in here. Okay. Hey, Megan. Welcome in the house. Okay, and also if you are following along, but you came in a little later, we do get another butterfly. So if you've missed any of this, we're going to be doing it again, but I'm going to do it in this orange. So if you're wanting to kind of follow along or know the colors, these will be the colors that we're using. All right, next it says using a fine liner, draw lines across the wings, curve them so they flow into the border. So we're going to, you can see where the border is kind of wavy. You can either, just freehand with your pen. You can go in with your pencil first and sketch them out, whatever makes you most comfortable. And you're going to want to use a fine liner, because if you use the alcohol marker, it's going to bleed a little bit and you're not going to get these fine lines. It's going to bleed everywhere and you're not going to like it. It's not going to be set like that. So I am going to use you can use a fine liner acrylic or you can use a fine liner gel pen. I'm trying to decide if I want to use the acrylic or the gel pen. I think the acrylic... Ooh, I can't decide. Oh my gosh. I guess let's use the acrylic on this one. And if we hate it, we'll try the gel pen on this one. So I'm just going to use a black brush tip acrylic marker. This one is the Longbow. And we'll see how that one sets. All right. Look at Yazzie watching for 300 minutes. Whoop, whoop. Oh, I meant to hit my little kissy sounds. Hey, Darla. Welcome in. That's okay. We're going to go through this one. So everything we did here will repeat here. We might try a couple different things, though. All right, so when it talks about this curve, you want to, where it curves around is where you want to have that line. And we're going to meet that one back here. So thank you for the hearty. And let's see. Now, I don't do the best with straight lines now. Thank you for the heart taps. Oh, I should have like curved this up a little more. It is what it is at this point. Okay. It is what it is when it ain't. Even when it ain't. Right, Amber? All right, that's our wing. And we want to do our best to mirror it on the other side. These may be sisters, not twins, but we're going to do our best. Hi, Kaylo. How are you? That's what it was. I couldn't remember. It is what it is, even when it ain't. It is what it is, even when it ain't. That's okay, Tracy. How are you? Welcome, welcome. All right, we're going to try and do it over here. Yeah, I understand. I know that's not easy, but it is good to see you. Okay, Barbara, thank y'all for the taps. Oh, shoot. What did I do wrong? Okay. It's the Longwow one. Longwow acrylic paint marker. Let me see if I'll pin it real quick. I got so many pins, y'all. Here we go. It's these right here. I'm going to pin them for you if you wanted to look at them. They are nice, and they come in, this is the 60 count, but you probably could pick a different count if you wanted, but it comes, the ones that I got, the 60 count, come in this nice little, like, clear case. I've unpacked them, though, and put them in my little storage thing, but yeah, no problem. Stephanie, hi, thank you for the follow, and CNB Creations, thank you as well. I done lost my sound effects. Thank you. All right. Let's try to do this bottom one. I knew they wouldn't come out exactly, but oh well. It's close enough. It's close enough. That's hard to honestly. Well, because they're a little different. These are with these being the brush tip. And you want honestly, you know what, Carla? I would almost say these because I like the brush tip, and also they're a lot more affordable, and you get more colors. So if you're gonna pick one or the other, if you don't mind working with a brush tip, I know tip can be a little harder to work with. Then I would say go with this one. But if you prefer more of a like ballpoint rolling pen instead of like a marker, then the gravy ones. Oh, good. I'm glad she's doing good. All right, so that was step 3. Now, step 4 says add small white shapes along the outer edges of the wings symmetrically just before the black borders. So we're going to do that. I feel like we could have, I know, and they really are nice, don't get me wrong, but the Longbow comes with a bigger variety. Looking back, I'm like, ooh, I wish I would have done a lighter blue, but oh well. It's still cute, but I do like that lighter blue. Okay. So for the white, I'm going to be using the Saphia. Because when you're using the brush tip acrylic, sometimes they soak in a little bit. The black did fine because it's darker, but like with the white, it's going to soak in. So I'm going to go with the Saphia acrylic pen instead of the, exactly. Like, that's what I love about like Longbow is they are, very good quality, but they're very affordable. And I feel like with gravy, don't get me wrong, it's good quality, but you're kind of paying for that name, that brand, that name brand. All right, so we're going to make some of these shapes. I'm just going to do it just like the book, but you can get creative and do however you want. And actually, I like to add in extra details, so I might even add in some black dots around in there too, but we'll see. And you also want to add some on the body. Now, you like I said, you can get as creative as you want, do whatever you want, but just remember with the butterfly, whatever you do on this side, you want to be symmetrical and mirror over on this side. Thank y'all for the taps. Hey, Cinnamon Roll, welcome in. How are you? Thank y'all so much for all the taps. Yes, and like I said, even my wings, they're not perfect, but just my point is, if you, whatever you do over here, try to at least, you know, you don't want to have like 10 dots over here and then 3 dots over here. You know, I mean, that's being dramatic, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I keep losing my sound effects. Whenever we're drawing too, like obviously it's very hard to make things symmetrical, so it won't be exact, but and Yazzie, you have the book now, right? So you're doing this along with us? Like, see here, I done messed that up. That's definitely not exact. But I've got 1 dot here and 1 dot here. So, you know what I mean? Butterbean. And usually the first side I do is never as good as the second side, because I feel like the second side, I got practice on the first side. Especially when it comes to doing the drawing out those wing lines. And I had that problem with my makeup too, like doing eyeshadow or eyeliner. I always get, okay, wait a second. I feel backwards here. Oh, because I did 2 there and I was only supposed to do 1. Oh well. All right, now this isn't in the book. I'm going to go back in with that brush and add a couple of dots in there. You don't have to do this step. You may not like this step, but I just want a little extra. All right, so that's our first butterfly. And we're going to repeat this process, so if you missed any of it, but we're going to do orange. And these are going to be the colors that I use for the orange. Cantaloupe, pale coral, and papaya. So we're going to follow those same steps again. So let me write these down. That's so pretty. Aloha in the... How are you, Aloha? Okay, let me write these numbers down. How are y'all's butterflies going? YR59. YR511. YR513. And actually, you know what? What if I change it up on you guys? Okay, so I feel like my blue wasn't light enough in the middle. So now I'm thinking I might want a much lighter pink. Well, I guess it's not really a pink, but I think I might switch this out to YR52. Sorry. So instead of doing this YR59, I think I'm going to do 52 instead. And see, like, so back it up, Terry. Back it up, potatoes. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Hold on, I dropped my lid. Hot Mess Express. All right, let me change out my marker, Parker, and put my other colors in here. And then we're going to work on this other butterfly. All right, we're going to start with that Cameo Rose. And we're starting back over at step 1, fill in the wings. They filled them all the way to the edges, but I don't feel like that's necessary because we're filling it in with black. So I don't even know if y'all caught that earlier, and I meant to say that. I'm stopping at the outside edges. Like before the outside edges, I guess, really. Okay. All right, I'm going to grab that pale coral. Go over that just a little bit. Go back in with that lighter shade, blend it a little. Done with my lighter shade now. Remember, this wet on wet blending, you're going to want to work rather quickly so that you don't get any like streaky lines. Okay, and going in with that darkest shade, blend that together. Okay. Now we're going to do it again. Hi, Christina. You want to bring it a little further than you actually need. How are you? Because you're going to go over that edge just a little. go back in and blend. Oh my goodness, that stinks. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, going in with our darker shade. Okay, and we have our colors laid down. Step 2 was color the butterfly's body black and also darken the tips of the wings. So remember, we're going to use that lighter. Yep, time for a new one. BGY 35. Actually, I have a funny story about that. So, this was a while ago, like years ago. We were camping and had an old phone. It had the screen was cracked really bad. I was definitely due for an upgrade. And it was not on purpose, but other people would probably tell you different. I was sitting on a pier and I accidentally dropped my phone in the water, and I already knew like immediately it was ruined because the screen was busted. And I knew I was ready for an upgrade anyway. So when it dropped in, I didn't get it. I didn't panic. I was just like, that's all right. I'm going to get a new one. And so like my husband, everybody was joking like, oh, you did that on purpose because you wanted a new phone. And I honestly did not. But it was just so funny how it happened. I was like, there wasn't no point in getting it. It was already busted. It was ruined. And it was just funny. It was so funny. I guess you just had to be there and just see like how nonchalant I was. I'm like, well, it is what it is. Yeah, right. I was like, it is what it is. I was ready for upgrade anyways. But it honestly slipped out of my hand. But everybody was picking at me talking about I did it on purpose to get a new phone. But you know what? What if I did? What if I did? But I'm just kidding. I think on this one, I want to add some white in the actual like tip of the wing. Like kind of like monarch style. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to make this one a little monarch butterfly. I know the wings aren't like as yellowy orange, but it'll be okay. Oh, one of the beetles that made it inside. All right, so while we let this dry, we're going to take our brush acrylic. You could use a gel pen if you wanted, but I really did like how the brush acrylic worked over here, so we're going to do it again here. And we're going to attempt to make some of these same lines. I know the monarch butterfly has a little bit different wing style, but just to keep it kind of like simple for our little tutorial we have here, we're just going to do the same. We're going to do the same exact design here. I'm just going to add a couple of white dots on the edges. And thank y'all for the taps. We're at 10,000. I guess I should have went down a little more than that. Oh well. Hey Bailey, how are you? Just coloring. What you coloring? Ooh, cozy corner. All right, we got those wings. I definitely like using that lighter shade. I just wish I would have brought out just a little bit more, but that's okay. All right, so for this butterfly, just to do something a little different, I want to do some of the white dots around the edges. I'm still going to use that Saphia pen. And I'm going to do some dots on the body too, because I actually pulled up a reference just to make sure like I was remembering correctly. But you can see the Monarch has some of the white dots on its head, and then it has like some white on its abdomen. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to do some of those lines around. And that is another good beginner tip. Even if you need to use a reference, use a reference. Use a reference until you don't have to anymore. Okay, all artists do it all the time. Don't feel like you can't use a reference, or it's not authentic, or it's not what. No. And especially, I don't know if some of you are like this, but I can't remember what that's called, aphantasia or something. I can't see pictures in my mind anyways. I really struggle with that. I struggle with picturing something in my mind. So I have to use reference photos often to remind myself. And I don't feel bad for it. As someone who has drawn my whole life. Now, it gets to a point where there are times where I have practiced something enough that I don't have to look at a reference photo anymore because I have it memorized, like in muscle memory. But if you need to, as a beginning, whatever, look it up. Now, some people don't like to do that and they just like to go at it, whatever. That's fine too. But I'm just saying, for those of you that feel that guilt for looking up, because I used to feel that way, like when I was younger and I was like, like a younger adult and stuff. But I don't anymore. If I need to look up a reference photo, then I'm going to look up a reference photo. Especially for things that you want it to be kind of anatomically correct or whatever. Or a lot of times if you struggle with light source, looking at real pictures or looking up a reference to see how is the light hitting that reference photo. You know what I mean? Don't forget, like, pictures are really your best friend. Thank you, Alexis. It's the pinned book. I pinned it there on there, but it's a how-to color guided tutorial book. And if you look at the shopping bag, I pinned it. That way, if you wanted to, oh wait, maybe I didn't pin it. Just kidding. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. It's pinned now. I didn't realize I had knocked the pin off. Yes, I can. I actually work in this book every Monday and Thursday. Thank you. It is in it sets up in chapters, which is why we like this book. We work in it every week. And it takes a scene and breaks it into pieces. And then you get a skills page. Hey, Aloha. So, for example, the chapter 1 was a pool scene. So it breaks down. Thank you for the heart, me. Each element in the pool scene. It gives you suggested colors. Gives you a place to practice and little extras to practice different colors. And then at the end of the chapter, this is why I like this book so much. It is very easy to follow. And then you have a blank skills page that you could put all the elements you did onto the blank skills page. And so this is a chapter we just finished. I'm trying to think what swatch book. Or not the palette. I don't know which one, Carla. I'm sorry. Now, I didn't add everything in my showcase into this shopping bag. So you may have to go on my, the color tracker. I don't know if did I have that one in there? So, Alexis, this is what that looks like. And so we just started a new chapter, which is this, okay, I don't think I took it out, but now it might not be in this shopping bag because I picked certain things and put in the shopping bag for the live. So if it's not in there right now, let me look. Wait, hold on, Carla. Are you talking about the one that Barbara sent me? Oh, Yorkie Mom, thank you so much for the purchase. Let me get you a sticker to celebrate. Are you talking about the one that Barbara gave me the book? Oh, that one's on the Zon. They didn't have it on the on TikTok shop. So it should be in my storefront. Thank you so much, Yorkie Mom. You're gonna love that book. And if you like to follow along, I work in this book every Monday and Thursday. So let me get you a sticker. I think we need to go with this one because there's been so much snow lately. A moose moves through deep snow, overcome obstacles with strength. Megan, thank you for the creepers. I just saw them. Not the creepers. Thank you. Okay, we're going to finish this beautiful butterfly. It does actually have them right here. I have 2 of them. So when you see it stacked, just know that they, so this is what they look like. So they hold, I have acrylic pens, gel pens, and the brush. So you can see they're long enough they would hold markers as well. And they have, They come in 3 sections. So and they're stackable. So they've got some smaller drawers, these 3 small drawers, and the rest are all large. And you can move them around and organize them how you want to. Yep. Just to show you a little into my pen hoarding issue. Oh, that's exciting, Barbara. Now with these dots, I am not worried about making them symmetrical. There is too many of them. If you wanted to, no, look, Aloha, that was my problem. I got, like the 222 set, and then I also got, the glitter ones, and then I wanted the acrylic ones, and so I had to get more drawers because I was the same way. I was like, what in the world? I don't know where I'm going to put them. But I have loved those. I love these drawers. I like that they're stackable, and I like that they're customizable. So you can move the drawers around, like the smaller ones. So if I wanted, for instance, which I probably will one day, but if instead of having the 3 small ones go in this way, I don't know if you can see, but there's 2, sorry. They're actually rearrangeable so that you can move them how you want to and like customize it. So that's cool. And eventually I'll have them, like I have them sorted by color, but to be honest, some drawers have 2 colors in them because I'm like, I really need like a 3rd drawer to sort them by like each specific color, but I'm good for right now. It is what it is. I don't know what any of that meant. Time. Look. Huh? Where is it? Yes, it does. Yeah, it does.
We've been trying for the past 15 minutes.
Well, you don't have it. Okay. It depends on how you have it set up too, bud. Oh no, it's a phone stand. So I just kind of like moved you over here. I have the most basic. That's why I still keep a phone stand because I like to move you guys around a lot. Oh. Lord, I thought I done broke my Sophia pen. Okay, and then oh, Alexis, I saw you said a 7-tier shelf thing with organizers. So I do too. I have with all my coloring books and my stickers, and I want a new one that looks better because it's just one that I had from. And actually, if you thought if y'all think I have enough pens, I actually have a second thing over here with more pens. It's a problem. It's a problem. This is an old drawer that we used to use for my kids' uniforms. So excuse the mess on them, but this is where I have like all my like coloring books and pattern books and notebooks and my drawer of stickers and things like that. Just wait, there's some more. There's some more. Okay, so we're gonna add just a few dots on its head, like the little monarch. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I am a hot mess for real. Okay, there's our little monarch butterfly. Which obviously I didn't plan on doing a monarch at first, or I would have chose some yellow. But that's where we're at right now. Yes, girl. I'm done. You're gonna have to send a picture in the group because I'm gonna have to see that. I'm gonna have to see that. You're so funny. I use, if you're talking about the colored markers, I use the Ohuhu Honolulu with the brush tips. But if you're talking about the white acrylic, it's Sophia. Okay. Let that dry. So next Monday, we'll be working on the cloud page. I know we just kind of did cloud. Well, my favorite are, if you're talking about like alcohol markers, Ohuhu are my favorites. However, I haven't had that much experience with other markers. And then my favorite coloring books right now is probably the Berry Volume 5 and the Tiny Gardens book by Coloring Book Cafe. But this Berry book Volume 5, I think I've colored in it the most. I think this is one of my newest favorites, y'all. If you hadn't seen, I hadn't posted a lot of this yet, but isn't it precious? I love those colors. Alrighty. I guess since we're finished the butterfly, I'm not gonna be on too much longer. But what I would like to do is finish this. No, never mind. I changed my mind. I've got two. I've got two pictures I have not finished yet. This is what I'm sending out to Megan for winning the Givey. And then this one that I started that I haven't finished. This one's giving me Easter vibes. I love it. I love her little dress. And actually, if you want to get real technical, I have a page in the Tiny Gardens I haven't finished either. What's wrong with me, y'all? I have 3 whips right now. That never happen? My Lanta. This is my Tiny Gardens whip. What's wrong with me? But the reason I can't stay on too long, I probably am just about to have to jump off, is Mr. Moo just got home and he is forcing me to go get exercise. I'm just kidding. He's not forcing me. He is motivated me. We're going to go walk. And I told him I would walk with him when he got home, which I heard him pull up. But thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. I wish I could stay on more in color because I really want to finish this. Megan. Megan Miller. I was just showing everybody the picture that I was working on. Look at that bunny. Isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? I need a little frog. But I guess I'm about to hop off so that me and Mr. Moo can go walk and get our exercise in. You're so cute and the little squirrels. I really want to color, but I need to go be, what's the word? I don't know. I know. Ooh, I don't want to do it. Okay, well, anyways, I'm sorry. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll be back on tomorrow, maybe in the morning. I hadn't colored as much in the morning this week, but I've had a hard time sleeping, and like falling asleep and, jeez. But, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you. Sorry this was kind of short and sweet, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.